Hello there, it's Patricia from Pinky's World, and this week I'm making a good sized box. It's going to hold 6 bars of Cadbury's chocolate, so I made it to fit those exactly because that's what I'm gifting to this person. So this is my first one. I used retired papers, and I used Latte Love for this, and what was that? Love This Moment for the smile. Two lovely stamp sets. You're going to love them. I think this one might be disappearing, so bummer. And I used the happy birthday, getting myself that many ink pads sitting beside me here, out of the beautiful balloons. So that's what we're at. You get rid of something here. It's a wee closure just like so. Inside a stamped happy birthday. You could actually cover it in more paper if you fancied. I thought because I was sticking this that I wouldn't put paper there because it might rip it off, with the pressure. And I made two wee tuck-ins here so that, because if you didn't, it was like you could see the gibby box and didn't like it. So that if you put two wee tuck-ins like so, it kind of gives you a nice neater finish. And inside, as I said, there's 6 of these bars of Cadbury's Dairy Milk, which this particular person loves, so this is just a wee extra for their birthday. Actually, we have enough to do one box, so I'm taking them out of this so I can put them in the other. So I can fill this with anything at all that'll fit. For another gift, or buy another pack of these. They come in packs of 9 anyway, so I have 3 there. I could maybe buy some more, couldn't I? Not be so tight. So anyway, it's a great wee box, and I love it. I probably will make a couple of these because they're really sturdy. And this was old retired paper, animal print or something like that. I can't remember. But this time I'm going with black as the base. This is for a fella. So the papers are these gorgeous country woods, which are coming out in the new catalogue. You're going to love them if you like this kind of rustic feel. Great for new home cards and for man cards and for anybody really. These even made with flowers and all sitting on them would just be so like lovely. I can't think of the word that I'm looking to describe them, but it really is lovely. Like there's black and all in it too, and then the white on the other side. But we've went with that nice stripy one, and I'm flipping part of it to do my other side. So I'm going to tell you what you need now to make it. The biggest piece is 6 3/4 inches wide by 9.5. The next piece that you need, that's the wrong piece, I don't know where you came from. This piece here for the wee lid, as you can see, I've made it in 2 separate pieces so that I could really get a good sturdy box rather than it being a bit flaky and you wouldn't have got it. You'd have needed 12 by 12 papers to get the full length. So anyway, 6 3/4 by 9.5, and this piece is 3 1/4 by 6 inches. So we're going to do a bit of scoring. There's a big noise outside there. Don't know what it was, but it was scary. Whatever it was happening, somebody needs a new exhaust, I think. So we're going to score. On the short side, you're going to score at 2 inches on either side. So just put it up there, 2 inches. And then just spin around do 2 inches, see if you haven't to work anything out. And then go long ways, and we're going to go in at, where are you, 3 3/4 inches and 5 3/4 inches. And that's all the scoring you need for that. And then this wee one here, you want to score it long ways, put the 6 inch side across here and score it at 2 inches. And then 4 inches. Turn it sideways, and we're going to score it at 3 inches. Spin it round and score it again at 3 inches. And that is that one done. So we'll get our lid ready first. We don't need this or this. These are the wee flaps that I was telling you about we're going to keep for giving a nice closure. If you don't want these, just do yourself a piece at 2 3/4, did I say? Yeah, 2 3/4 here, so it just fits and don't bother with the flaps. But I think they're a good idea. So just cut up that first one. And then just chop in slightly to that. Same here, you're just making a wee fold down. I'm going to flip that over and just cut it a bit better. I'm just going to do the same with the other side. Now, while you have that here, do round your corners. I think it helps make it look a wee bit neater if you can get your corners in. Do that one again. I don't like the look of it. Kind of messed it up. It's a bit better. So do them on both sides, both end pieces. And that just shapes that nicely. And your DSP to go with that is going to be 2.5 inch wide by 1 3/4 inch deep. So you need 3 pieces of that. And as I say, I flipped this over. Just, it was a bit of scrap left over when I cut that out, and I thought, right, we're going to use it. So that's what I've done. It'll fit across there nicely. You can put this one to the top maybe if it's got extra white in it. But decide that first before you, and then round your corners to suit. So we know that one's going to sit here. And this one at the top. And that keeps you right. Now I'm just going to glue those in place and come straight back to you. Now just remember to burnish all your folds, and these wee folds as well, and that is the lid ready to go. So you can set that to one side, and we're going to do this part. So I think I'll cut it and then I'll burnish them. It seems to work out better for me. So these are the parts here that we need to cut down. So I'm just cutting straight up into that first score line there on both sides. Shaky. Now you can sort of cut those in a wee bit, so you just really don't need that much stuff. But it does make the box good and firm. You could cut these away, cut them way down if you wanted. If they're going to be a nuisance for you, you could cut them right down to here if you wanted. And keep them want that stability, because the chocolates are right wee weight when it's in there. So do the same on the opposite side. Cut it up and cut it in on both sides. Now when you decide which is going to be your front and which is going to be your back, you can do that burnishing now, and that'll help you decide which one looks good. Excuse me. So just burnish them all, make sure they're all lining up nicely. You don't want any overspill. You could go with Misty Moonlight card, or there's a good variety of like neutral colours in that particular set, so really good for man cards, as I said. So this is what you have, and these are going to fold up and one's going to fold in. So you have a good sturdy box there. You've got 3 layers practically there, two long and one short. So you want to decide which way is going to be your front, so that you can stick your papers. This one, if this is going to be my front, this part here, then I don't want to take anything away here. But here I can afford to take a wee tiny bit from the inner layer. Just make sure and use it as your front. Don't forget you've done that and then change your mind. You just want a wee tiny bit just to make that closure. Take a wee bit of pressure off it when you're closing these all together again. So, you know, the one with the wee dent is your back. And for your papers for these, you need one at this size here. Oh, it looks too big to me. Where did you come from? We'll double check these. Yeah, slightly too big. Hold fairly check them. For some reason I'd cut them at 2 3/4 instead of 2.5. So they need to be 2.5 wide Make sure if you have directional paper like me, that remember to keep it running the same direction. And the other way it is 3.5. Is that right? Did I get that bit right? Yes, 2.5 by 3.5. So you need 2 pieces at 2.5 by 3.5. And then you need 2 for these sides, and they measure 1 3/4 by 3.5. So they're all 3.5 drop. And you need one there, and then you need this one down here. You don't need these covered. So I'm going to stick all these in place, and all the measurements will be down below anyway. So they're lovely. I'm not even going to throw that out. I really like them. Be nice on our yard. So I'm going to stick these and come straight back to you. So that's those stuck in place, hopefully straight. And when we set that up, this will be your front, the one with the 3 pieces. So we want this one to tuck in front, and this wee one is going to get sandwiched in between the 2 of them. So we'll start by putting, I'm using a Tomboy glue for this to give it a gooder hold. A better hold, gooder. Great English. I'm just going to glue this one as well while we're at it. So you want to set this one up straight, the one with the 3 pieces on it, so that it's butted towards the table, and press that in place. Same with the other side to make sure it's all nicely down and pushed in. And before that overly takes, just make sure that you're happy with everything that's lining up nicely. You have a nice smooth finish. So these ones are going to tuck right inside your box here. So you need to glue them before you do that. Glue both of them, both sides at once, because you'll never get back in there again. So just open that a bit, pop that one down and glue it. And then fold them in till you get that up like so. And then just put them in place, try and not get glue on it like I did. So just make sure that everything is just nice and neat and tidy and folding in where you want it to fold in. And then go in with a nice long bone folder. Again, doubly check. I just like to make sure, because things are inclined to move about and you don't want them to. But you can see it gives it a good sturdy box, doesn't it? And it's all nicely decorated. Make sure everything's taken. And now we can add our front. So our front is going to, make sure you're in the right way. Yeah, you should have a nice smooth side here, no folds round. Your folds are at the back. So put your back. Choose which one you want to be at your front. I think I'll just put that one at the back. Pop those wee lips inside there. And just make sure it's nice. And then just set it down. Again, just making sure everything's where it should be, and add your glue. You only glue on one side of it. Just don't press it till you're ready. Just give it a nice smooth so that takes. And again, double check everything. Looks fine. So I'm going to pop my chocolate in, and you can see it is great for holding 6 pieces. And you could fill that with sweets, or make a baby box, put in baby socks and bibs or something, nicely rolled up. So now that is ready for me to see, and I'm using my trusty Velcro circles, which I would be lost without. So I'm just sticking that to one of these. And we'll just set it in the center of your wee box, if you can see the center. So they're stuck together, but the sticky's still here, so that I can fold that over. Make sure, excuse me, your wee lips are in place. Everything's looking good. And stick. And there you have your box. So to decorate it, as I said, I didn't do a mountain of stuff. I'm just putting like a coffee thing here and smile down here, and I forgot a stamp inside. Well, I can't really stamp inside because it's black, so if you wanted to add a sentiment on the inside, just stamp it onto white and stick it in place. I forgot I was using black card. So I'm going to stick the smile, which means it'll cover any occasion. You're just giving somebody a reason to smile. And who wouldn't smile when they're handed 6 bars of chocolate? So I'm just sticking it in the centre. Now this one, I thought of, where's my Misty Moonlight? If you fancied tying that in a bit more with the denim blue colour, you could paint that wee heart using your ink. And to do that, where is it? I think it was this one I dipped it in. You can see I've dipped it in a bit of that ink. See it through my fingers there. And I'm just going to use my Wink of Stella, an empty one. It's not a sparkly one. I have a wee dab of water there. I'm going to dip it into that. We'll make it nice and watery. So we're just going around really quick. And if you think it's too watery a colour, you can go back in. Lifted too much off. It was a wee bit watery there. I wanted a wee bit deeper. So I'm just painting around that. And that should be okay. Just give it a wee bit of a denim effect in there. You could do it all, but I'm afraid of messing it up, so I'm not going to. I'm going to wipe this off just in case. And that was the Misty Moonlight. It matches these colours. So we're just going to let a tiny bit of sparkle come off, because there's always a wee dribble left there. And a wee tip, if you want to get more out of it, add some alcohol. I can't remember the name of it now. But if I add a bit of that into it, it'll shake it up and down. It'll work again for another wee while. So there's 2 nice boxes filled with chocolates, as I have done, or whatever you like yourself. You could also put a sentiment on the back if you wanted happy birthday or wanted to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy whatever. So I'll have all the measurements down below, and I'll catch us all again soon. Thanks for watching now. Bye.